I want to start off by giving all praise to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Ruach Kodash.
double honor to the Apostle Nell is a great millstone, or GMS. Peace and blessings to the elect. This GMS Dallas. And, you know, I got a short lesson, long lesson, however Spirit wants to deal with it. But whoever has it, we're just going to jump right in there.
This is in Romans 8.
Like good?
Fine.
Romans 8:24. It says, "For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope."
That's right. So we're saved by the hope that is within us. What is this hope? It's this word, scriptures. That's what we have. That's what we've been given, right? So really, I want to preface this lesson by saying, look, you just got cursed out. Maybe you haven't been doing your videos. Maybe you've been complaining, but you just got your ass cursed out. Right. Like in football, you was the top running back, but this game you got 3 fumbles. What you gonna do? You gonna quit? Throw your college scholarship away and be done with it? Or what you gonna do? Practice and get better? Because the team is gonna get on you, but they gonna get on you because they know you better than what you're doing. And they want to succeed, and they want to see you succeed. What's the ultimate goal in college football? To be that national champion. And that's what we want to be, and we want you to be that. We want you, but you know, ultimately it's all up to the Most High, but we want everybody to succeed, the brothers around us to succeed, not to just sit back and wallow like a pig. Somebody says run harder, your immediate response is I don't want to. You probably one of the fastest guys on the team. That's why everybody's saying go out there and get it. So that's the long and short of it. You just got cursed out. What you gonna do? It happens to everybody. You're not special. Now you know you're not special. Because of the apostles, Elder Yahshua that got on your ass. What you gonna do? You gonna try to turn that energy towards them and make it seem like they doing something wrong? Get out here and work.
You had a precept. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 24. I'm going to read verse 24 and 25. It says, "And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works."
Provoke. Sometimes you need that hot iron poked on you.
Right.
Because you think you're doing good, but brothers can see you. And they can see maybe your light is a little dim. And it's not to harm your spirit, to put you down,
right,
to make themselves feel better. It's to get this train going.
Right.
We on a mission. Everybody's turning to the right. You keep looking to the left.
Right. Time to go.
Bro, we can't sit up here. You know, we want you to come to the left too. But ultimately, if that's your way to go, then go that way. Right? Go ahead.
If I may say, the scriptures say in the book of Sirach, the 6th chapter, a faithful friend is the medicine of life. You know, a second set of eyes looking at you will see something else that you might not see at that time, man. So like he's going into, are you going to continue to go the direction that you're going? Or are you going to listen to what that brother's trying to tell you? Because ultimately it's through the Spirit, man. You know, and that's stuff that we as being the men of the Lord have to understand, that it ain't just about us, man.
Exactly.
You know, somebody else can see something about you and they point it out, take heed, man. You know, that's all I had on that.
Yeah, because if I could say this, it tells you in Proverbs that iron sharpeneth iron. And right now, the Most High is building up an army. Therefore, GI or galvanized iron, which a galvanized iron or GI, that's a soldier, man. Which we all soldiers, man, in Yahweh Shah's army. No one man or one personality or one spirit is bigger than the overall mission.
Right.
Which, at the end of the day, we all call to make to work out our diligence, to work out our own salvation, to give diligence or whatever the case may be. But in the process, you're going to help your brother along the way.
Right.
If you see certain things within his spirit that he can refine and work on, man, you're going to get on him. And the men that are really set on finishing the race, so to speak, man, they're going to take heed.
That's right. Everybody gets their wake-up call at some point in this truth. Right. Where you think you got it, then you get a wake-up call like, shit. Now, what do you do with that? Like this brother just said. What do you do with that? Do you then all your energy goes towards the brother who got on you? Now he's more important than your Hawashah. Or do you use that energy to say, man, because every brother, you know, you got brothers who everybody's a man of the Lord that's around them until they get cursed out. Then all of a sudden, you know, you're not a man of the Lord. See?
That's right. Now you hang your head low. Guess what? Your head should always be hanging low. You ain't shit. I know I'm not shit. I'm out here trying just like everybody else. You know?
Right.
Don't sit up here and think you got it because you know a few scriptures, you got a few breakdowns. Don't think that you got it. 'Cause you
Apostle
don't.
mention your video.
Con.
They don't,
That's right. Apostle leave a comment on your video. Now you feel like you ain't gotta do videos
Right.
no more.
That's the one right there.
God's richest thing on earth.
Yeah, your videos are top notch, so you only got to do one every month or whatever. That's not how it goes. You had a good game, but guess what? It's another game coming up next week. Are you practicing? Are you still moving in the spirit?
Right.
It's like I remember back in my church days, the pastor used to say the manna gets stale, so you got to constantly go and get the new manna. You got to keep reading. You got to keep going. Because that manna you had last week is stale. You can't eat that.
Right. Yep. And there's a lot of scriptures, Salaki. There's a lot of scriptures you've read before that now that you've been through experience, they're going to mean more when you read them.
Right.
You got to keep moving. You got to keep going. And that's love, a brother telling you, hey, man, what you doing over there? Seem like you slacking a little bit. And you know that before a decree went out, somebody came and talked to you personally. That's just how the spirit works. So it ain't like this all just popped out of nowhere. Like brothers was like, oh man, look, no, somebody came to you and mentioned that to you. The spirit whispered that to you. Now the spirit has to say it in a louder voice. Well, what are you gonna do? You gonna be mad at the spirit?
Right.
You gonna be mad at the brother that's delivering the spirit? Or you gonna get up and let's play some ball? What you gonna do?
I got one more verse. It says, I'm going to read verse 24 again. Hebrews 10:24, and let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works, not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, as the manner of some is.
Not forsaking that assembly. And that assembly includes a lot of things. It's not just being there, standing there with your feet on the ground. It's the whole circumference of the truth, the brotherhood, the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. That's what it's all about. Just because you standing in the room, what if your spirit is just hella off? Right. And everybody can see it. Yeah, come in when the chicken ready. Oh, y'all eat Mediterranean food? Okay.
Give me a garlic naan. Did you
Yeah.
show up, roll out?
Exactly.
That's right.
Right. And you know what? We're the house of David. When David was confronted with his wickedness by Nathan, what did he immediately do? Read Psalms the 51st chapter. He didn't bitch up. He repented, man.
That's right. And that's how you gotta be. Scriptures say, whether you like it or not, whether you feel like you wrong or right, repent, keep moving. Pray the brother that brought it to you, pray for that brother. Because that's not always the easiest thing to do. I know that from firsthand.
Right.
I know that from having to kick a brother out of the camp, out of the spirit of the brotherhood.
Right.
That's not easy. You go home thinking to yourself, what if I was wrong? What if I'm tripping? You want to call the brother and say, well, you know what, maybe you shouldn't be out. It's bigger than you. So just let the spirit flow and let it all go.
Hey, and when you get cursed out, man, there's gonna be a carnal thought in your mind. When you get told about yourself, in your mind, there's gonna be a voice saying, "What the fuck, man?
That nigga that's in your head.
What the fuck did I do? I didn't do shit. I did this. I've been doing, what the fuck, man?" But the spiritual man is going to overcome that thought with the spirit, and that leads to life. But the carnal man is going to get caught up in that, and that leads to death. And you have a lot of people who fall in that path. That they're overcome by the flesh. They're overcome by that first thought of carnality. They come. We ain't in one with the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, right now. We're trying to get back. So we still have that friction between the flesh and the spirit. So the thoughts are going to come, you know.
You know, but you gotta constantly think, okay, this man that's telling me this, I believe that he's a man of the Lord. That thought, you know, you gotta believe that the men around you are the men of the Lord, man. So if a man is getting on you about something, that's the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua speaking through that man, getting on you to better you, man.
Exactly.
We all gotta be tried through fire, man. We all gotta go through it, man. You know, I'm gonna finish this up real quick. Verse 20.
And there's no other way to think about it. There's nothing. Something like the brother said. a carnal thought is going to come in your mind. But guess what? A carnal thought was coming in your mind before the brother came to you. That's why he had to come and curse you out. Because you wasn't controlling that.
Beautiful point.
And now brothers can see that carnal action being played out. So you got to understand it takes, what do they say? It takes guts, it takes balls for somebody to come and say, hey man, you tripping right now. You slipping. What's going on with you? Do you need some help with this, and this? Because that's usually what happens. Just for videos, for example, brothers are like, well, you know what, I'll come by there and help you out. You coming up with excuses. Nah, I guess I got to work, something like that.
I got it real quick. Proverbs 18 and 17. He that is first in his own cause seemeth just, but his neighbor cometh and searcheth him.
But his neighbor cometh and searcheth him. You think you got it all planned, all doing everything right, but are you doing it by the scriptures? And that's that neighbor comes and searcheth that out and showing you, look, you're not going the right path. You're going your own path. And what is that? That's a path of Satan.
Verse 25, Hebrews 10:25, it says, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so, it says, and so much the more as ye see the day approaching.
It is, I mean, go ahead.
No, it's like, I'm just saying in all things, like I'll back up the point you made earlier, just not when it's time to hang out or watch a fight, or just to kick it. Not even necessarily just to do the camp, you know what I'm saying? In all things, man. When a brother needs to be improved, being in the position, being there, knowing his spirit, just in all things, man. You know what I'm saying? Not forsaking the assembly around each other, man. In all things, in the overall spectrum, you know?
That's right. Another point I wanted to make was, my brother will say, well, I'm doing videos and ain't nobody watching. That's not true at all. You thinking brothers coming to your page just to count videos? No, man, brothers want to hear from you. You adding to the, to the building of the temple. You got good topics you talking about. Brothers want to hear from you. Brothers want to hear your angle on Deuteronomy 28:6. Right? It's not about brothers searching around YouTube with a list of people. He did too. He did. No, man, brothers are trying to hear from you. And when you put a video up on YouTube, you don't know what it links to, what it happens to. You could be looking up a video about music, and I see a video from the brother Sha'ar. Right? Your works are going out there. Don't look at the views. Don't get caught up in that. Do the work. Brothers want to hear from you. It don't from the brother that just came into the camp to the apostles. Brothers want to hear from you.
Your video, your spirit could have been the spirit that can compel the one that's without to come into the faith, man. To repent. You see? So just by you thinking, trying to justify yourself, forming all these conclusions in your mind, ain't nobody watching my videos, so reluctantly you ain't gonna do shit. That's the wrong spirit to have, man. The scriptures say that the angels rejoice over one. And it also says in Sirach 23 that the eyes of the Most High are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. So first and foremost, you want to make sure that you present yourself as worthy before the Most High to the best of your ability, man. Fuck with, and I'm saying this, get it the right way. To hell with a man in the flesh think, man. Now, of course, you still want to display a certain example before the body. But first and foremost, you want to be right with the Heavenly Father. Right. That should be your motivation for what you do in your behavior and the videos you put up or whatever the case is, Yeah.
Because I was like Abe, and it was an example for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I did a video with a brother, and I couldn't reload it to my page, and I wanted to, have a video on my page, right? And I sat back, I thought about it, I was like, man, you know what? I was like, man, fuck, man, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, he knows my intentions. He knew I did the work. So whether it can be loaded on my page or not, the vibration got out there, whether it's 0 views, 1 view, whatever the case may be, man, the vibration is getting out there. The word is getting out there. That's all that matters, man. The sealing of the elect.
The same thing happened with us. We was on our way to Arkansas, me and Brother Kadar. We did an in-transit lesson, and the brother phone just, Satan just got a hold of it. Yeah. So that's the same thing we said. Hey, man, we did the video. We put the spirit out there.
Hey, the Lord,
keep pushing.
And sometimes the Lord doesn't. It's when stuff like that happen, easiest way to get by is written that way. This was written. We're only playing out what was already written. You know? That's how you get over a lot of the hell you go through with that mind frame. It was already written.
I got a quick one really quick. Just going into how, you know, not everybody might not see your videos, but that don't mean you stop doing the work.
Angels see your video.
Exactly. This is Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 9. Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind. Prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain that they may live. So the energy that you're putting out through your videos or whatever, people might not see it, but it's very important. It plays a huge role within the presence of the Heavenly Father being placed upon this the planet Earth, man.
Right.
You know, you have something to do. If you believe that you could possibly be one of the men of the Lord, you putting yourself in a position as one of those lively stones. And that stone is part of the temple that's being built, man. So don't think not 1 second that your one view or your zero view is just in vain because somebody hasn't seen it. Like the elder made the statement, man. The angels see it. You know, and that's the most important thing, that the Lord sees the work that you're doing, and you still continue to do that when you don't have as many views, man.
That's right.
You really think that video you want people, send it to them.
Yeah, yep, that's right.
Yeah.
You see 2 views. Man, brother, can you watch this, man? You know?
Come.
Or just put it in, you know, y'all got a text message or a chat. Hey, put it in there. I mean, shit, a few brothers, everybody probably won't click it. Because you get brothers' videos all day, but brothers, there's going to be a particular brother who's going to watch that video. That's right. Don't be ashamed. Look, man, just put it in the chat.
Sometimes, Rob, you know, you send a video out, and they may send it to another camp, to another state or whatever. It's like, okay, hey, I'm gonna share this with the Octon down here.
Right.
It's a very edifying lesson. We was prophesying to the wind last Friday, man, and that chariot came, man.
This is living water living water, there's a piece of water that, not a piece. Well, you know, there's some water that comes, you know, through the, you may not have seen it. It's all the way down the stream somewhere, you know what I'm saying? If y'all understand what I'm saying. So shit, it's living water. NBA brothers ain't gonna, you know,
It's a big gambit of things that we got going on in the truth. Me personally, I'm a little bit more in the back. I don't necessarily like to be the speaker, but I'm gonna get up and do what I gotta do through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So I put up a video, and I'm definitely not counting views. I'm definitely not like sending it out. You know what I'm saying? It's on there. It's on my page.
You did it.
So brothers can come see it.
You got brothers like that you there's brothers with thousands of videos on their page that you may not even know have a page. Sometimes you look at the camp videos when they load up, this is this brother's page, this is that brother's page, and you'll be like, damn, and you go to that brother's page, he be going hard, but you never knew. You got brothers like that, you know what I'm saying? You got certain brothers who focus more on the energy is out there.
Right.
I'm just doing my part, you know?
Yeah, because if I could just add to your point, Elder, at the end of the day, we all need mercy, man. So that's your whole mindset in anything that you do. You're not concerned with whoever see it, man, as long as you know that the Most High is seeing that vibration go out in the earth, man. Because at the end of the day, everything that we're doing, we're trying to store treasures in heaven, man. We're basically trying to do everything that we can to receive that mercy at the end, man. We're prisoners of hope, you know? We're doing all of these things in the hope that we're going to be saved, man. You know? Yo, this is back in Romans 8:24. It says, for we are saved by hope. But hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, what
If your house was here, we wouldn't have to do all this video. We wouldn't have to do all these street speakers. Wouldn't be going back and forth with these clowns coming up to the camp. We wouldn't be doing that. But Yahushua is not here. Yahushua sent the comfort, and he is on his way back. With that said, let's get this thing. Let's get it. Till he comes back, let's get it. If you not on fire, then you need to get on fire. Now, what is your own fire? Your own fire ain't the same as Yahushua.
Right.
Your own fire is your own fire. So when they said you out there bullshitting and you took it to heart, that's because you knew your ass wasn't doing what you were supposed to be doing. It's very simple.
Yeah, if I may, that's a beautiful statement you had just named. All right, your own fire might be different than another brother's own fire. I'm just waiting for the pass, so I don't want to scream over that camera. You know what I'm saying? But pretty much, getting at is what happened when Yahweh made the example about the man with the talents.
He had gave somebody 10 talents. He had gave somebody 5 talents. He might give somebody 1 talent, you know? But with however many talents that you have, if you're not doing what you need to do, if you're putting a talent under a napkin, ain't nobody gonna see, you know? And the little talent that you had, it might go towards somebody else who had more talents, you know? So pretty much whatever talent that you have, use your talent. Flip your talent through the Spirit, man. Because with that being the case, the Lord could increase you more within doing that, all right? But you gotta believe that he can do that. You can't just say it and not believe it, you know? Because as he went into in the book of Romans, what is hope if you gotta see it? If you don't see it, what's the point of it, man? You gotta be able to see it and believe the things that we talk about, believe the things that we pray about. And once you do that, the Lord will increase you with something else. And he'll keep you on fire more. He'll give you a different fire than you had before, you know?
That's right, brother. What? It said, Romans 8:25. But if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it.
Yeah, it's saving the error.
It's like trains coming each direction. Like,
Hey, Babel, what it saying? We've been the brother talking. What it saying, Nahum? The noise of a wind, you know, all chariots, everything going on.
all kinds of mayhem.
Not already. Well, what you gonna do? You gonna stop?
Right.
We gonna keep going. There may be a pause in there, there may be some stumbling in there, but we gonna keep pushing. Matter of fact, go ahead, because it don't seem like it's gonna stop.
He ain't gonna stop.
I want that vibration to go out, but he ain't gonna stop it though, man.
It's going out anyway.
Brothers, it's just a train.
Yo.
Trying to add to it.
They try to make everything spiritual.
The nigga got a job.
Let me have my breakdown.
Hey, the same train will come and we want to go. I feel you, though.
Let me have my breakdown.
I'm fucking with that.
There you go. You see it both perspectives, you know. This is Romans 8:25. It says, but if we this is Romans 8:24. For we are saved by hope. But hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doth he yet hope for? But if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it. Likewise, the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities.
Spirit. I wanted to touch on that because, like I said, about Brother Yashawamba and Apostle Ariana, they did a video talking about the Spirit. And get on fire. Get on fire. Do your part. What is your part? The Most High gave it to you. You know what it is. You know when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You know when you're pushing it to the max. And you know when you're bullshitting. Go ahead.
It says, verse 26, likewise the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities.
That's a great point right there. So you get your spirit on fire, and the Spirit will start dealing with you and clearing up your mind, clearing up your thoughts, clearing up the way you eat, clearing up your whole body. You'll see pains going away. You'll see everything become easier to do. Now, I'm not saying life becomes easier, but moving around becomes easier. Right? Things don't bother you as much. Right. Your car breaks down, it don't fuck with you as much. Right. You keep it moving. You understand? Oh, I guess I gotta just change this battery.
You're dead in this world.
That's right. You going to work, your tire blows out, you just change the tire and keep it moving. You ain't gotta get all upset, turn around, and beating on your wife now. You move with the Spirit. Your spirit is built up. You on fire. It's gonna help you. So why not do the max that you can do? Like I said, I want to keep saying that. Your max is your max. Your max isn't the apostles' max. Do your part.
That's right. It says, Romans 8:26, likewise the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities. For we know not what we should pray for as we ought. But the Spirit itself maketh intercession for us with groanings which cannot be uttered.
And that Spirit is going to do that for you. So why not deal righteously with the Spirit? You want Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakwadash to work well with you, to work hard for you, to fight for you. You want to be at work with angels surrounding you, right?
Con.
So you got to do your part. Get out here and get yours. You know when you're lazy. You know when you ain't read in 2 weeks. You know when you ain't watched a video in a month. So somebody curse you out about it. That's all right. Get in the spirit.
It's life, man.
They used to, well, my pops used to say, if you ain't dead, you can keep going. If you still alive, keep fighting. Yeah, you got cursed out, but what you gonna do now? You gonna give up? Like he used to say, you gonna give up like the white boys, or you gonna keep going? I'm gonna keep going, Lord willing, in the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
I mean, if I can say, the scripture says, fight the good fight of faith, man. It's a fight, man. You go into a fight and expect, you know, like, if somebody hits you, do you expect it not to hurt?
Yeah. Somebody expecting not to get hit.
You know what I'm saying? You over here get hit. Ah, man, stop, man. I didn't know it was gonna be like this.
Right.
Nah, man, you gotta expect to fight, man. You gotta expect to be in the flame, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get out there one time, man. Fuck get out there one time, get out there 144 times, man.
That's a sacrifice.
You know?
No, you got it now.
Contend for the faith. You just backing up what you said. That's what Paul says. Contend for the faith, and to contend means to fight. Because you got all of these damn clowns. When Floyd Mayweather fighting, you know, just because it's perceived, it looks like he got hit in some way. They ooh and ah, like nigga, he's in a fight.
Slow motion.
You expect to just go through a whole goddamn fight with another professional fighter and just come out with a flawless victory? You see, you're gonna get hit, and it's
We in
the
the
same.
flesh.
Yeah. It's the same way, much more in the truth, man. You're gonna get hit. You know?
We're vulnerable. You know? Stuff is gonna happen in the flesh, man. The whole congregation is gonna see you at your lowest point sometimes. You know, look at King David.
Yeah, right. You're not gonna be in the spirit all the time. So it happens.
It happens, bro.
But that's why we a body. A brother might see your lamp kind of trim. Hey,
That's why you gotta lock
snap
into
to
the
it.
energy source. Because the brotherhood is an energy source, man.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Stray away from that brotherhood, man. That's why scripture said, forsake not the assembly.
That's exactly.
And sometimes the carnal thought can have you thinking you can do that. And you'll have to just be brought back to reality through what the brother's talking about. Another brother getting on you. Now what?
So yeah, like you got a brother that you real cool with, right? For example, and he's doing 10 videos a week. You only doing your 3. Sometimes that envious, that kind of feeling starts bubbling up in you.
Trying to compare yourself
Exactly.
to another man.
So you gotta fight that off. It's not all about videos and breakdowns. It's about building you up. That's a trial that you have to go through. When you see another man and the apostles are saying, "You're doing a good job, brother," and lifting you up in front of the congregation, and you saying to yourself, "I know too much about that brother. He ain't got it." You gotta fight all that madness off. We not in that time of bringing the next man down, especially if they fighting for your house.
That's right.
We not in that time. We ain't in that time of lifting the brother up. The apostles see him doing good. Why you ain't seeing him doing good?
Right.
Why you want to point out every fault?
Every fault, right?
Exactly.
You get that spirit. Just trying to find every little thing about a brother. Yeah, that happens.
I was gonna say, that's what Yahweh was saying. He was like, man, look, you know, you got the speck in his eye. You know, you pointing out the speck in his eye, but you got a big ass beam in your eye, man. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what Yahweh was talking about, man. Get yourself in order first, man. There's faults that
videos you can do off of what Yahweh was saying. I'm sitting here thinking about it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's always something. Like for me, example, I've been reading about Islam and just trying to understand the points of Islam, and so many things are being exposed to me that I didn't know. And I've been in the truth for, I don't know, going on somewhere around 10 years. And I'm reading this stuff like, damn, I ain't never even thought about these things. And then some of the things you like, damn, I remember Yahshua talking about this in 2010. For example, Allah, that name Allah, it was a pagan deity's name before it was in Israel. I'm reading that like, oh shit, I should have been brought.
A lot of those customs that Islam holds dear to, you'll read it goes back to the Hamites,
Exactly.
the Sabaeans.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
The moon and the stars.
All of that.
It's like I was saying earlier, that you can't constantly eat
Gotta
that
know
old
things.
manna.
You gotta know things, man.
That's right. You gotta come and get that new manna. Can't eat that old bread. It's not good for you. It's stale.
You gotta
Daily
grow.
bread.
Exactly.
Spirit.
That's right, and this reference to in Revelation 2 is hidden manna. You know, and how do you find something that's hidden? You gotta look for it, man.
Yeah, seek it out.
Now it's there to the elect, But you got to give your due diligence to look for it, man. And that's what separates us from them. You know, the elect are going to give a diligent search to search out that treasure. All
That's
right.
what Yahushua said in St. John 5:39. It says, "Search ye the scriptures, for in them ye find eternal life."
Yeah, that's right.
You see? And he said, man can't live off bread alone. By what? By every word that is written therein. You know?
Con. I got the precept going into, this, vainglory ultimately. With Jake trying to envy another brother on his gifts or whatever, ultimately it's strife and contention. This is Philippians chapter 2, verse 3. And it reads, "Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem other better than themselves."
Better than themselves. Lift the next brother up. Especially if you're seeing other brothers lifting him up. Don't be standing over there staring at the back of his head. Lift the brother up. Pray for the brother. Tell the brother, damn, you're doing a great job. Keep that fire going. I'm getting lessons off of you. Don't be sitting back being envious because the apostle said the next man's name. That don't make sense. And that spirit is about to be taken away from you if you're feeling like that.
That's right. You gotta examine yourself. If I can just say this, like it says in 2 Corinthians the 13th chapter. You know what I'm saying? You gotta figure out you're the worst yourself. You're your own worst enemy in this truth, man. So you always gotta examine yourself before you have the nerve to look at any other brother any type of way. And then on the flip side, when a man coming to you, when he finds something within your spirit that you need to correct, you need to examine yourself again instead of trying to justify yourself automatically. Like, damn, like obviously I feel he's a man of the Lord. It has to be a reason he's coming to me. So instead of trying to justify and state what you think you doing and I do this, I do that, you need to find out, like, man, what could I have done? What kind of way did I come to this brother? Why is he feeling this way? You see?
As the scripture says, man, as face answers to face, so does the heart of man to man. You look in the water and you see your face, man. When you see your brother, man, when you look at a brother, you're supposed to see, first off, you're supposed to see Yahushua within him and yourself. So if a brother comes to you, man, you gotta expect it, like, okay, well, if a brother's coming to me this way, he would like me to do the same to him. You know what I'm saying? You can't put yourself on this pedestal like you just have it, man. We are in this flesh, man. We are going to fuck up, man. You know what I'm saying? It's about taking the correction, Hey, look at King David, man. Even though this is it goes into this, man. You had King Saul that envied David. He wanted to kill David. He threw a javelin at him, bro. You know what I'm saying? He wanted him dead, bro. And what did David do? Did David wish death upon Saul? No, David he prayed for him, man. And he still became humble. And what the Lord do? The Lord had brought Saul down and raised David up. So there might even be certain scenarios when a brother could possibly be wrong. But what I'm saying is, does that mean buck up? No, man. Pray for the brother like they're going into, man.
That's right.
Pray for the brother. Does the Lord do? But don't think of it in your mind, yeah, the Lord's gonna get him for this. No, man.